Yo, what's going on? Day one. I wanted to try something different. Just put the camera on, train, and talk honestly. No edits, no script, not performing for anyone. Just me, the gym, and saying what's actually on my mind. Now, today's pull day or back day, if you will. I'm doing giant sets. 3, maybe 4 movements back to back, short rests, high volume. The goal right now is actually recomp. I'm not bulking or cutting. I just want to hold on to muscle, lose a little bit of fat in the process, and tighten up. Um, it's taken a lot of my patience, but I'm sure I'm going to get there in the end. Um, put on a little bit of weight over the past, say, 6 months. The love handles or my flotation devices is what I like to call them, have, you know, got a little bit bigger. You can probably see it right there. There it is. Far out. Look at that, man. Terrible. Look at it. There's nothing worse than having love handles. You know, they're just ugly. You know what I mean? The rest of the body's fine. It's just those two big flotation devices sitting at the back. Anyway, I'll get rid. Yeah, 6 months ago, I actually did lose them, and I was pretty lean. If you have a look at my Instagram account, but life happens. Got a little bit carried away. Few changes, few injuries. Saying hello to one of the boys there. Yes, what's happening? As I was saying, life happens, and sometimes we lose our way a little bit. But I'm back. I'm ready to roll. So who am I? My name is Ronald. Ronnie. Friends call me Ronnie. You can call me Ronnie. I'm 42. I'm based. Yeah, whoa. You heard that right. I am 42. Damn it. I'm based in Sydney. I work a normal, regular 9 to 5 jobs, probably much like yourselves. I work in sales. And I want to say straight up, this channel is not going to look like, most of what's out there on YouTube. I'm not 22. I'm not pumping myself full of steroids and peptides. I don't look like Sam Sulek or Mike Thurston. I'm just a regular guy doing regular things, gets up early, trains before the day starts. And I've been doing that for years. And I think that's exactly the version of the content that's missing on YouTube. I don't have the perfect physique, although I will achieve it one day, naturally. That is, it just takes a little bit longer. But, I'm just someone real, doing the real work and being honest about it. See, look, if you're interested in this sort of content, you want to hear my advice, I'm not just going to do this sort of content. This is a bit more casual, a little bit of conversation on what I'm really doing in the gym and, what's on my mind. So, if you want to stick with me, you like this sort of content, please give me a like. If you want to follow, I'd really appreciate it. Man, that's some serious form right there. Back is looking good, man. Looking good. Except for those love handles. Anyway, I want to actually talk a little bit about why I actually train. Because I think most people get sold on the wrong version of this. The fitness industry, they sell you aesthetics, the look. I'm not going to pretend, that's not part of it. Of course, I want to look good. Who doesn't want to look good? I mean, that's the main reason of why I started. Pick up chicks, right? That's what we all want. But look, of course it is. Looking better does matter. But feeling good in your body matters more so. Anyone who tells you like it doesn't is lying to you, and also lying to themselves. You carry yourself differently when you look good. You're in better shape. You walk into rooms differently. People look at you differently. That's real, and man, it's fine to admit. But that's not what kept me coming back for the past 20 years. On and off, on and off. Let's not get carried away here, because of course, if I was consistent for those last 20 years, I wouldn't be looking like this right now. But yeah, you know, it's not exactly what the gym did for me. What it firstly did was give me structure, not only in the gym, but also in life as well. When I was going through hard periods where things felt uncertain, where I didn't have much direction, the gym was the one thing that had a beginning, a middle, and an end. I came in, I did the work, I left. Simple. And it's that simplicity that was the medicine when everything was feeling chaotic. The second thing was mental health. And man, I'll tell you what, in today's world, you know, mental health with social media, the news, and all this bullshit that's going on, man. Mental health, I think, is fragile, you know, and some people don't even know their mental health is suffering. But I'll tell you what, I don't say it lightly. I've been through stretches where you know, if I'm being honest, I wasn't in a great place. And the training, just the physical act of showing up, doing hard things, he kept me grounded in a way nothing else did. It's hard to explain unless you felt it, right? But when your body's working hard, your mind quietens, the noise stops for a bit, and sometimes that's all you need. The third thing, and this took me years to see, is identity. Who you become from doing this consistently over a long period of time. It's not about the muscle, it's not about the weight on the bar. It's that you became someone who does hard things, someone who shows up even when they don't feel like it, someone who knows from experience that discomfort, when, when the discomfort passes, the other side is always worth it. And that transfers, man, into your work, into your relationships, and into how you handle adversity, into how you actually talk to yourself. So if you're not training, start. I don't care what it looks like. Walk, lift, ride a bike, something. If it's not for aesthetics first, although that will come and you'll thank me for it as well when it does. For discipline, for the mental reset, for the person you become on the other side of it. And to be honest, man, I've never left a session and thought, oh shit. I wish I hadn't done that. Yeah, this sort of workout that I'm doing here, it's a little bit hard to do and record because I'm moving fast and I'm moving across different machines. So I've got to keep doing a triangle in the gym and then I keep taking the camera along. So I had to edit this a bit. The whole idea of this was to not edit it, but I don't want to, show myself carrying the camera all around in circles nonstop. It's nuts. Um, might be a little bit off-putting as well. So I cut out all the bits where I'm skipping between scenes. Anyway, back to the story. So what's actually going on in my life right now? I'm transitioning into personal training. Yeah, still in the day job, still selling, still doing a 9 to 5, still staring at a screen the whole day. But I'm doing my certifications, I'm building this channel, and I'm on Instagram. I want to be clear about, also why I'm doing this. It's not because sales isn't working, 9 to 5 is like killing me or anything like that. It's because of everything I just told you. Fitness has been the one constant throughout my whole life. And that's somewhere along the way, I just started thinking, what if this is actually what I'm supposed to be doing? What if helping people, helping people build this into their lives as well? Maybe it's a gift that I'm supposed to be giving them. I think it's a higher purpose for me. I feel good. Something inside me screams, this is correct. Right now, yeah, I'm doing stuff, I'm making money. I earn a healthy living, I'm not gonna lie. But is it self-fulfilling? Am I helping anybody? Most certainly not. And I think that's what's missing. You know, again, I've been doing this alone my whole life without anyone telling me, without anybody paying me. I've always been in the gym. I've always been into fitness. And it only makes sense to me that I make a career out of it. And it only makes sense to me that maybe I could help people as well. I'm 42. And, I know what some of you are probably thinking. I was thinking the same. I was thinking it as well. Maybe it's a bit too late, isn't it? Maybe. But I didn't figure it out earlier. And I'm doing it now. And I want to show that shit, man, it's possible. It's possible to do anything at any age. It's just a mental constraint. And that's what this channel is going to be about. Not only just, fitness, training, getting lean, getting aesthetic, living longer. I want to help, changing that mindset as well. As I myself had to go through that mental battle. I don't know if you noticed it, I'm not that tall, so I've got to put all this bench and all this bullshit up to climb up there to do these bloody pull-ups, I'm struggling a bit because since I put on a bit of weight, I think I can only do bloody 6 on the first one, 5 on the second, and then 4 on the other. I think I was doing negatives here. I started doing some negatives, So if you're struggling to do pull-ups, even if you can only do one, jump back up there and then do some negatives. It's like where you pull yourself up, jump to pull yourself up, and then lower yourself slowly, and then let your feet hit the ground and jump back up, then lower yourself slowly. It's called a forced negative, or force your muscles to grow and force some strength upon yourself as well. Anyway, so back to the channel. So yeah, not just fitness content. It's going to show you what it looks like to change direction midlife while still showing up for your responsibilities while still doing the work. No shortcuts, no big dramatic moment, just a slow, unglamorous grind and building towards something better. So I mentioned earlier, I wanted to do this so many times throughout my life. Probably when I was 20, then towards the end of my 20s, then in my early 30s, mid 30s, and then towards the end of my 30s, and now 42, I've decided to take the jump. And, fitness career, I really wish now that I did start earlier, but I didn't. Part of it was, negative thoughts, negative self-talk, and that inner voice. We all have it. You've got it. The guy next to you has it. The guy down the street has it. The bloke fucking 3 countries away has it. Everyone has an inner voice. And most of the time, especially in this world, it's real negative. My one was always telling me, what are you going to do that for? You're not going to make that much money there. Oh, what are you going to, it's an uphill grind. No one's going to listen to you. That's what my voice was always telling me. So I decided to take the painful route and do things that, I really wasn't interested in. Although I was good at a lot of those things, I still wasn't interested in those things. And so this section, I guess, is about the voice in your head. We all have it. Runs from the second you wake up, from the second you fall asleep. And most of us just assume that voice is us. That what it actually says is true. That it's our actual opinion of ourselves and the world. It's not. Here's the thing I had to learn. Most of those thoughts, the ones that appear out of nowhere, you didn't choose them. They just came up. You didn't decide to think, I'm behind where I should be, or that person thinks I'm an idiot. No, no way, man. It just arrived. It was automatic. It was uninvited. And we treat it like it's facts. We let one thought that we didn't even choose to have ruin our entire afternoon, our day, sometimes even our week. See, the reason why the voice is so loud, the reason why it feels so urgent is evolution. That voice was developed to keep you alive. See, back in the olden days when, you were, just say you were rejected from the tribe, it literally meant death. Your brain needed to take social threats seriously. Your nervous system would fire up, make you anxious, get you moving, fix the problem before it got you killed. That system is still running today. It's kind of primal in a way, isn't it? Right now, in a gym in Sydney, when you're worried about what someone at work said about you, you're doing it. I'm sure if you're a casual lifter, even if a serious lifter, you're thinking about bullshit that happens towards your day. You're thinking about what somebody said, thinking about, whether that girl likes you or not, whatever. That system is still running. It's not broken, it's just outdated. So here's the way I reckon you should think about it. And this is what helped me, when I was always telling myself, when my inner voice was like, oh, I don't do that. Just keep going, just keep going, just keep showing up to work. It's all good. Don't do anything different. Why do anything different? You could fail. So this is how I want you to think about it, and this is what helped me. Think about what your inner voice actually says day to day, the random stuff, how you look, what you should have said, what you haven't done yet, what that person thinks of you. Now imagine all of that wasn't coming from inside your head. Imagine it was coming from some bloke who was just attached to you, your twin, your best mate, an annoying girlfriend, an annoying coworker, 24 hours a day. That motherfucker follows you everywhere. Says it out loud. Exactly what your inner voice says. That'll be annoying. I'll backhand that son of a bitch. Anyway, off track. What am I doing here? Yeah, I don't know if you caught. Was it Armand to walk past? I went to go fist bump that motherfucker, but he walked straight past me, man. I'm so glad nobody was looking at me. Otherwise, that would have been embarrassing. But kind of defeats the purpose with me recording this. Anyway, whatever. Where was I up to? Oh yeah. So imagine that bloke, right? That annoying motherfucker. You wake up, he's already going. You didn't finish that thing yesterday. You should sort your diet out. Remember what she said? Remember what she said to you last week? You're in the shower, still talking, eating breakfast, still going, driving to work, doesn't stop. Fucking, you know what I mean? Fucking crazy, right? And don't think I'm talking nonsense. I know this is you. Everybody does this. Everyone's talking to themselves 24/7. Here's the thing. He contradicts himself constantly. An hour ago, he told you you're doing great. Now he's telling you you're behind. 20 minutes ago, he said you look fine. Now he reckons you need a haircut and you've put on weight. If that was a real person following you around, you wouldn't take anything he said seriously. You'd think he was unhinged. You definitely wouldn't let him determine how you feel about yourself for the rest of your day, would you? I don't think you would. But that's exactly what most of us do. We hear that voice and we attach to it. We believe it. I relate to this so much. Like I've said before, I'm in the middle of a transition phase. Doing something new, building something from scratch. And that voice has been loud. You're too old for this. Other people are ahead. What if it doesn't work out? What are people going to say? What are your friends going to say? What are your families going to say? I completely don't give a fuck anymore, just between me and you. I mean, soon we'll all be dead, you know what I mean? So, fucking, if you want to do something, you just do it. Anyway. And, you know, I used to just sit and listen to it and just sit in that. Let it run. Now I hear it differently. It's just the roommate. He's doing his job, trying to keep me safe, keep me from taking a risk. That might be wrong, but that's what he's doing. And let me tell you something, man. Half the things that negative son of a bitch inner voice has told me, half of those things have been wrong. The other half wasn't as bad as he made them sound out to be. So the response I've landed on, and it sounds almost too simple, is to find it funny. Not even argue with it. Don't even say shut the fuck up. Don't say I'm going to backhand you like I did before. It's just funny. Laugh at yourself, man. You see, if you laugh at it, it loses power. If you fight it, if you argue with it, the voice gets louder, man. But if you laugh at it, it just all of a sudden fades out. It goes real quiet. I know it's crazy. Just notice how absurd it is. That this voice randomly popped up and said something terrible while you were trying to eat your lunch. There's something genuinely funny about when you see it for what it is. And the moment you find it even slightly funny, it goes quiet. Not forever. He comes back all the time. He still comes back to me all the time. In fact, doing this new style of recording, it's not going to work. I was just saying, this is completely different. What I'm trying to do is help people with coaching and PT and health and fitness advice. This is a little bit left field, but so what? I want to do it. And I just said, whatever, bro. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm doing what I want to do. And you can shut the fuck up, you stupid looking motherfucker. Here's what opened up for me. If the voice isn't me, who am I? Most of the beliefs you have about yourself, your opinion on how you look, whether you think you're capable of something, what you think you deserve, most of that came from the roommate, automatic thoughts, repeated so many times that they started to feel like facts. But they're not facts. They're just what he kept saying. And you started to believe it, which means you can decide manually what you actually believe. Don't say some crazy shit like, oh man, I can believe I can fly or some shit and jump off some bridge or something like that. I mean, don't do that. I'm just starting out. I don't want you guys doing any bullshit like that. Anyway, I'm not talking about fake positivity. I'm saying if you're going to hold a belief, why not hold one that actually helps you? Why let that roommate decide when his track record is that bad? And this connects directly to training. Most people don't skip the gym because they're lazy. They skip it because of the voice. The voice got so loud that morning that they believed it. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'll go tomorrow. I don't feel like it today. Fuck, I hear this shit from my friends all the time, god damn it. Anyway, that's not you making decisions. That's your roommate. You know inside that you need to do it, but your roommate's telling you not to do it. And once you know that, you go anywhere. Consistency isn't about motivation. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings change. Consistency is knowing about the voice and what it's going to tell you. And knowing that it's going to go away. Anyway, that's it, guys. That is my back day video for today. I hope you enjoyed the chat. Hope you enjoyed my insights on, training and life and, talking about my inner voice, your inner voice, and how to control it. Um, those shrugs, man, it's hard to keep a cool face when you're doing shrugs. You look like constipated. Anyway, back day done. Headed to Gold Coast this weekend for a Bucks party. So I haven't completely gone hard on my diet, but when I return, I'm going to go hard on the supplements, harder on the training. Time to get the abs back. If you liked my content, there'll be plenty more to come. Not only videos like this, informational videos as well. Like, subscribe. See you on the next one.